Friends, you must have heard this statement from everyone that height only increases during puberty, and that it's impossible to grow taller after the age of 18. It's said that height completely depends on your parents' and family background's genetics, and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, this is half true, because if it were entirely true, you would see such a height difference between parents and their children. You probably know many people whose parents' height is average, but they are much taller than their parents. And among your acquaintances, there would be many who continued to grow taller even after 18. But how does height increase? Today, in this video, with proper scientific evidence, we will tell you the complete science behind it and the most effective practical way to hack your growth hormones. Many of you have repeatedly requested to suggest a method that can increase your height by a few inches. If you apply all the things we tell you, you will definitely see a difference of 2 to 4 inches in your height. So, watch this video with your full attention and focus until the end. How do we grow? How does our height increase? And what are the factors that trigger our growth? Once you understand these factors, you can boost them. The entire structure of our body is made of bones. When your bones grow, your height automatically starts increasing. Growth means growing your bones. Now, how do these bones grow? This happens because of growth plates. Each of our bones has soft, flexible cartilage at the ends that make new bone cells. Growth plates help stretch our bones. As new bone cells form, our bones become longer, which makes our height appear taller. When we are born, these growth plates are most active, rapidly creating new bone cells, and they are at their peak during puberty. This is why our height increases rapidly during teenage years. But slowly, as we age, these growth plates start to harden, and by mid-20s they become fully solid bones. When this happens, your bones stop growing, and your height becomes fixed. Now the plan is very simple. As long as our growth plates are open, we need to boost our bone-increasing production. How will this happen? This will happen with hormones. Growth hormones play a very important role in increasing your height. The boss of growth hormones is HGH, or human growth hormone, which controls everything. It is produced in a small part of your brain called the pituitary gland. This gland releases HGH into your blood, especially when you are sleeping. When HGH is in your blood, it sends signals to your liver to start producing IGF-1, or insulin-like growth factor 1. IGF-1 acts as a messenger of HGH, carrying all its growth-promoting effects to all organs. Together, HGH and IGF-1 activate the growth plates in your bones, which increases your height. Now the question is, how to boost these growth hormones to produce more HGH? Well, there are 5 things that most directly affect your growth hormones. If you start using them correctly, you can hack your height growth. Number 1, the core foundation. Look, just like the seed determines the crop, and the amount of water you give it determines its growth, whether it's modern science or the main foundation of everything is our diet. Some foods help your body produce HGH effectively. For example, amino acids and protein help regulate HGH properly. If you want to increase your height, make sure you eat meals rich in high protein like chicken, eggs, fish, or if you are vegetarian, you can fulfill your protein intake with soy and chickpeas. Along with protein, focus on these 2 nutrients in your diet, magnesium and zinc. Magnesium helps in muscle relaxation and improves sleep quality, which is necessary for HGH production. Good sources of magnesium are nuts, seeds, leafy green vegetables, and whole grains. Zinc is essential for normal growth and development, and also plays a role in HGH production. Zinc-rich foods include meat, shellfish, dairy products, nuts, and seeds. If you make sure these 3 things are sufficient in your diet, you will see a clear change in your growth. By now, one thing is fixed. If you seriously want to increase your height, it won't happen with a sedentary lifestyle where you sit all day in a closed room with your neck bent forward and eat outside junk and processed food. Number 2, mechanical stress. Another way to trigger your hormones is to put physical stress on your bones. Whenever you put any load on your body, your bones start adapting to that weight. In scientific terms, this is called Wolff's Law. This law explains how, over time, consistent pressure on our bones, like heavy weight exercises or stretching, makes bones denser and stronger. But if you don't use your bones much, they become weaker. There are 3 main ways to put mechanical stress on your bones specifically to increase your height: sprinting, cycling machine, and weightlifting. Sprinting. Start with a little warm-up, then run at your top speed for at least 1 minute as fast as you can. Take a break for 2 to 3 minutes, then do it again. Sprint for 1 minute and take a 2 to 3 minute break. Do this 4 to 5 times a day. This will put stress on your bones and produce HGH. Cycling machine. Adjust your seat height so that your legs are slightly more stretched when pedaling. Cycle for 10 minutes at a normal pace. As you become comfortable with this seat height, gradually increase it to add more stretch and stress to your bones. This is a very effective scientific way to increase the bones in your legs. Weightlifting. It's a common myth told to us in childhood that going to the gym stunts growth, but there's a reason behind saying this. Any injury to your bone from lifting heavy weights could negatively affect your growth. But saying that going to the gym stops growth is completely false. The truth is the opposite. Going to the gym or lifting weights boosts your testosterone, which directly influences HGH and increases its production. A related research study involved young adults and elderly adults in a 12-week training program, and the result was a 44.9% boost in HGH in young adults, while only 3% in elderly adults.